Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I once again am leaving the Abundant Harvest Homestead. So, if you guys know anything about me, Papa Pepper, you know I try to balance life in a way and live intentionally that I have a certain amount of freedom. I can do whatever I want today. I have that freedom. I don't have any traditional job that requires me to work certain hours that they put on the schedule. I don't really owe anyone anything, so my back's not up against the wall as far as, oh, I better make these payments or I lose the house, I lose the car, that type of stuff. And I was working on putting out a video for my YouTube channel. If I put out a video for my YouTube channel, most likely maybe I'll make a couple bucks worth of ad revenue. Probably $2 or $3 on an average video would be optimistic. Probably not going to happen. Now, if I took that YouTube video and I shared it on Steemit, I'd probably make 40 or 50 cents. Nothing too major, you know. If I shared it on Hive, I could probably make $20 or $30 in post payout. Half of that would be mine, so I'd get the equivalent of 10 to 15 bucks worth of crypto. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that all together, maybe I could make about 20 bucks if I spent a couple hours editing a video, let it upload for a couple hours, and then spent the time putting it out. That's what I was working on at the moment. I was laying on my couch with my new laptop I'm trying to transition to, and I bought it years ago. It's just not my primary one. It's a newer one for getting my stuff done. And the video I was editing was footage of us getting some free sources. And I'm looking at all the free sources that I had left there. Took an amount of free sources for sure, but there was an amount left there. And I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh, this would help so much with this lean-to off my shipping container. Oh, I want to put a lean-to off the back of my my garden shed for the sheep. Oh, there's so much going on. And I'm looking at the stuff in the footage going, I could use that, I could use that. Oh, I should have grabbed that. Boy, if I could grab that. And actually, this morning I woke up 6:30. I was laying awake when the 6:30 alarm went off. And I said, do I go out in the woods right now and try to shoot a deer with my crossbow? Or do I take the drive back out to where I was getting these free sources? And as I'm thinking about it, it starts raining, starts lightning, torrential downpour comes, and I said, okay, I guess I'm just going to sit home right now. I've got plenty enough to do here. Even indoors, I got plenty enough to do. I got a book project I'm working on with Pinky Pepper, and I got another one that I'm editing, that both of those I wanted to put out before the end of the year, last year, 2020. But our life didn't really change much during 2020, so it's not like I was quarantined at home with nothing to do, you know, just sitting on my couch. If I was, I probably would have got some of that stuff done maybe a little quicker, maybe not. But maybe I'll get one of those out by the end of the year this year. It'd be nice to get them both, but I've got 2 weeks, so I doubt it. I talked to my buddy and said, hey, let me know next time you're heading out there. You know, normally if I leave by about if I leave by about 7 or 8 in the morning, I can get there by 9 or 10 in the morning. And, you know, if I got 4 hours round trip invested in something, I want to make sure to be pulling home something good to make it worth my time and my gas and my wear and tear on my vehicle. And thus far it has been, for sure. If I leave right now, I'll get there about 1. I'll have roughly 4 hours of daylight. That's fine. If I'm pulling home a wood load, because the wood's bulkier, it doesn't take me as long to make a heavy load. And there's only so much weight-wise that I want to be carrying when you put together the trailer, the truck, and then the top of the truck, because I space it out and change it. You know, I can carry something longer on the top of my truck than I can on the trailer if I don't want it hanging off the back of the trailer. If you're driving after dark, you don't want things headed off the back of the trailer unless you've got lights hooked up to show that it's there. During the day, you can get away with a red flag, but at night, you're going to want lights on that. So it'll be a dark load today too. I am not sure. I'm really not not sure what all I'm gonna do, but I know that I'm gonna make it worthwhile. So anyway, have the Freedom Day. My buddy's there today. Other buddies on the way. The weather is let up. Tomorrow it's going to be stormy again in the early morning, so I could go pull a partial day tomorrow on it, but I think I can get what I need today, and I'm just going to try to concentrate on this wood and stuff that I really want to make sure that I've got what I need. If you guys have followed lumber prices are kind of crazy still. They're probably going to get worse again, or much worse, as inflation continues. I'm not doing new construction. I'm putting up a couple lean-tos off of some stuff. One's just for some stuff I have. The other one's for some animals. They don't need to be, you know, new, treated 2x4s and stuff like that. I can get by with repurposing this stuff. And the stuff about this too is, this stuff is going to get destroyed and bulldozed. The guy stalled for a bit because we were doing such a good job removing stuff that it's going to be a whole lot less he needs to put in rollaway containers. A whole lot less he's going to have to pay someone to bulldoze and pick up, just because we've removed so much. So we got about an extra week on this project that we weren't expecting to have, which is awesome. So I'm going to get out there right now. I'm going to knock this stuff out, and then probably won't film too much while I'm there. I'm just going to concentrate on getting my stuff. But I'll probably roll home late, leave the truck loaded, maybe unload it tomorrow, or if I unload it tonight, I'll show you in the morning what we got between all these loads. But anyway, you know, sitting on my couch trying to make 20 bucks compared to getting hundreds of dollars worth of free resources, I'll put forth the time, the effort, the drive time, the gas, and the energy to do it this way instead. And maybe there won't be a video coming out today. Maybe I'll have to wait, you know, for another day. It'll probably be a couple videos after when I upload this, but sometimes I put them out daily when it makes sense. Sometimes I space them out a little more. But right now, yeah, we're going to get some free sources. Love free sources. And the cool thing too is these free sources are going to be restructured and repurposed to protect my other free sources. It's going to provide a place out of the sun and out of the rain for all my free sources I got laying around on my property, which is so cool, because I want those free sources, but if they just get rusted and old and deteriorated by the UV light and everything else and they're destroyed, then I don't have free sources. I got a pile of junk I gotta get rid of. So alright, let's go. So how did I make out? Technically I made out like a bandit. I mean, this is, it's jaw-dropping, it's awe-inspiring, it's very humbling to have such access as I had in this opportunity, and then to have the freedom to have the time available to accomplish this. Now, right now, I'm actually got a couple of boards up on top of my shipping container for another project. Well, Mama Pepper just took off to town, but I'm gonna show you a little bit of what we got going on here, because I want to build a lean-to off the side of that. This stuff's gonna be awesome for that. I want to build my some other lean-tos actually too, but then my outdoor kitchen is a big project that I got. But here's some of the stuff. Underneath here is a bunch of 2x4s. They're about 6 to 8 feet long, and it's a decent stack. That's a mixed assortment of boards. There's 2x6s, 4x4s, some like 2-inch oak, all sorts of stuff, and then separated by a number of pieces of metal too. I just kind of would unload some, throw some metal on top to keep it dry, and then do it again and again and again. This is a bunch of R panel too. A bit ago I was looking at buying some of that, because that's what's used in a lot of my buildings. I would get some sometimes from job sites where you take down old and put up new. And I was looking at buying some of the mismatched stuff that was like overstock at a local hardware store, but they wanted like 200 bucks for about as much as I got there. So that's a pretty awesome score. This is the angled stuff off of a roof, so you can see it's all got a bend at the end of it. It was for part of a peak coming over. A good amount though. Actually pulled out this too. This is a well pump and pressure tank. I will see, but it was there and about to get bulldozed, so I said, yeah, you can come home with me. And then here, these ones are probably going to be more for the side of a building because they've just got so many holes in them. Even the building that they were up on, you could see holes through the whole thing. But I got like 75 of those. Those are probably 7-footers. And then here, where I marked, this was 50. So the first 50 sheets were here and down. And then from there, we've got somewhere between 150 and 200 sheets there. Actually, this just got better. I decided to put a tape to these sheets. Oh yeah. They're 8 foot. That's even better. I love that. That's awesome. Okay. 8 footers. That is just so awesome, like I said, to have that many free sources available. And it took me hours of driving. It took me a lot of work. I had to do some creative stuff to get this all. And then here's another, I'm not done yet. So we got some of that super holy metal on top. But underneath here, there's some boards that are 12 footers. And there's 2x6s and 2x4s in there. That's pretty cool. And then there was quite a bit of this type of ridge cap. This type of ridge cap. And then all those gutters too, and downspouts. And this here is just my area of all this stuff that I can't grow or make right now. I mean, there's spindles for like a railing. There's all sorts of different stuff. It can all have purposes. I mean, there's some real weird stuff. Look at that. But if it sits out here, it's going to get destroyed. So I got to get, lean-to up there. Here's a bunch of other wood from a different project, taking down fences and stuff. But when you combine all that with the 18-foot long sheets of metal over there, which I got like 50 of those, I'm gonna be able to cover some stuff. And eventually I want to build a pavilion, kind of in the center of my property. So this is going to come in handy for that. As I open this up a little more, wow, I'm even more impressed. Let me show you a little more of this just to give you a better perspective. So I've actually got a couple 16-foot long 2x4s. I'm trying to get some that are 15 feet long for that. So I'm going to splice some of these other ones. I got a good handful of other ones. Again, that's all 2x4s there. That's that stack of R panel. I got a bunch of these that are actually longer too. Those are like 10 to 12 feet probably, some of those. And I got all of these longer 2x4s here, plus whatever's under there, which is a mismatch of stuff. Some 2x6s in there too. And over here, I started pulling out, these are just all 2x6s. Some of them are notched up there. They were some trusses. This is some of that, I guess it's going to be 2x4 oak. But yeah, solid stuff. That'll probably go for the outdoor kitchen. It's amazing. So, a little better look at some of that stuff that's in there. And I'm not sure what's next on my agenda, but it's one of those things. I want to be able to have a certain amount of freedom that if a situation like this happens to come up, I can just go and seize the day. I look around my property, it needs to be organized. We got too much stuff in our house, and there's a bunch of stuff in the shipping container that can come out into the lean-to, and then we got space in the shipping container, stuff can come out of the house. When I make the root cellar in the outdoor kitchen, stuff can come out of the house into there. And I gotta be better at organizing, but if you don't have anywhere to put stuff, it's tougher. So this is a huge score. Like I said, I'm already prepping some stuff here, and I'm super excited. I really, really am. And just I stand in awe, going like, wow, that was such a crazy amount of stuff. So that's where we were at. Those sites I was working on, that's going to be done now. And you know, there'll be other opportunities, yeah, willing, but I'm glad I was able to do what I was able to there. And I'm gonna see if I can get all this stuff built up, made up, finished up, and organized, tucked away. So thanks for joining us once again. I'll see you next time. Papa out.